Okay, I'm doing a video today to show you how to mend your broken eyeshadows and take the label off and depot them so that you can put them in your professional palette. Okay, I have tipped the broken eyeshadow out onto a bit of kitchen roll, and I'm now going to use a candle here to heat up the sticker on the bottom so that can be peeled off and put on the bottom of your pan so you know the name of the eyeshadow. Okay, I'm going to use a candle to do this, and the heat to loosen up the glue on the back of that there. And this is a little bit dangerous, so please take care when doing this. Okay, get it up slightly more. Okay, obviously be careful when you do this, and just peel that label off and pop that to one side. Okay, the next thing we need is a silver pan out of this. Okay, now I'm going to use a small knife to do this, so you need to be really careful when you complete this. But you can use a small knife, and see just under there is a small groove. Okay, can you see that? And what you're going to do is just lift that away. Okay, so you've got the bottom part, and pop that to one side. Okay, the idea is to heat up this part of the eyeshadow using the candle. And then what we do is to press through this knife or the tweezers, whichever you prefer to use, and it'll pop the silver pan out. Okay, so to keep your fingers away from the heat, then use your tweezers to do that. So you're literally just burning a small hole through the bottom of that pan. Okay, it should take a little while to do this, so it's important to make sure that you're safe when you're doing this. Okay, as you can see, there's a small hole. Okay, this plastic's still going to be hot, but what you need to do is just pop that out. Okay, put that onto the side. Okay. Now I've also got these small magnets from a local craft shop. These are just small adhesive back magnets. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the sticky bit off the back, and while that's still damp, then I'm just going to place that over the top. Okay, that means that when it goes into the palette, then it will stay put and it won't move around. Okay. Now take your label, and it should be just the right size for that, and whilst that glue is still a bit tacky, then place the label over the top. Okay. Now what we're ready to do now is to refill this and press the broken eyeshadow. Okay, this bit takes a little bit of concentration. Okay, put a little teaspoon nearby to give you a bit of a hand in popping this back in. So pop that into the silver tray. And get as much as possible in, just a bit on the sides there. Okay, then what you need to do is just use the edge of the spoon just to make those larger bits a bit smaller. And this will help the alcohol get in between the powder and make it solid again. Okay, so that's patted down. Just turn that over so you don't have to look at any more green eyeshadow. I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay, then what you need to do is to put some alcohol in with the shadow, and then we will use a 2p just rolled up in a little bit of material to press that down. Okay. Now in the UK we don't sell rubbing alcohol, so that what you need to use is surgical spirit, and I've put a little bit in this egg cup here, so I'm just going to take a very small bit and then carefully drop that in. What we need to do is to soak the eyeshadow in the surgical spirit. Okay, you can see that's saturated there. Okay, now what we need to do is to, if you pop, and this is just a corner of an old cloth I had, and then put a 2p in, which is the exact shape of that. I think it's a quarter in the US, and just wrap that up tightly, and then use that to press the top of the eyeshadow down. Okay, and then what you need to do is pop that to one side, and that alcohol will evaporate and it will leave you with a lovely pressed powder. Okay, and I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay, it's been a couple of hours and that eyeshadow has dried and the alcohol's evaporated, and that's all now solid. So that can get put into the tray there, and with the magnet it will stick to the bottom. Okay, you can do this with any MAC eyeshadow. You can depot it and pop it into your palette. Just make sure that you're careful when using the knives and with the open flame. There are other ways of doing it. All the other gurus on YouTube have got their own ways, so have a look. But this is the easiest way for me. And then if you want to, you can keep these for back to MAC in the US, and that's how it's done. Thanks for watching.